Hello, everybody, and welcome to this segment of how to create a website that pays you. Hi, my name is Jan Ragnerud, and I'm the author of The Ultimate Guide to Optimizing Your Website with Entrepreneur Press. I write on my blog. I have a search marketing firm in Los Angeles where we focus on social media, search engines, pay-per-click systems, training and consulting, and much more. I've been written up online in New York Times, Yahoo, Social Media Today, Open Network at American Express, PC World, Huffington Post, Social Media Examiner, and a bunch of places. But this is not about me. This is about you. And I'm going to break down the three top areas that we're going to consider today for creating a website that pays for you. And that is, we're going to cover hosting and availability. We want to make sure that you are hosted well and that your website is available across the internet, yes, but also on devices like mobile, tablets. So we want your designs and your hosting to be very well equipped, if it were, as it were. So design and accessibility is next. We definitely want that design to be interactive. We want that design to speak to your audience. We want it to be professional looking. How is that for being vague, right? I'm going to show you some examples here. We're going to break it down. Accessibility, of course, we want it to be search engine friendly. We want it to be accessible anywhere. And of course, this is big time here, marketing and authority, the online marketing and building your authority, getting your trust out there in the search engines for sure, but also with your audience so that when they come knocking, they already know who you are by that authority building. That positioning is very, very important. And really, if you think about it, there are really, while these three areas are very important, it's really three areas that have not changed much. The tools and the platforms have, but the goal with creating a website that sells and ultimately pays you is to allow the visitor or the buyer to easily find you, to engage with you, whether it's a product or a service, and instantly respond and buy from you. And so we're going to break this down in this video. In fact, I'm going to explain the how as I normally do, and we step this through. We actually have 10 things here today we're going to cover, so it'll be a little longer, but this should be fun and should be informational for you. So I love doing these broadcasts. We're going to dive right in here with numero uno. We want to make sure that you purchase a domain name, that you get the right domain name. And there are several players in the space here. GoDaddy is, of course, one of the big daddies, and Namecheap is another. So GoDaddy.com and Namecheap.com. What's interesting here is GoDaddy have hosting programs. Namecheap.com is a registrar, and they focus solely on domain names. I prefer to keep that separate, in fact, so I can be more flexible out in the marketplace. But really, here are some tips when you want to look for domain names. Aim for a .com out there. .net, .info, all these guys, not as preferred. So go for a .com, and don't worry if your first domain name is taken. There's variations that you can play off on here to actually build it. And find a name that you feel that your audience will trust. You need to do some research in your market here, but I've provided in the blog post, if you go there, 18 domain tools to get you more ideas, and so that hopefully will give you a good sense of what that domain should look like and how to get started. And of course, as we have talked about, you need to get a good hosting account and make sure that uptime is good, and a preferred domain host here is HostGator. Although for blogging and WordPress and things, we have WP Engine. We also have Bluehost, and my favorite right now actually is SiteGround.com. You might want to check that one out. And so making sure that you have a place to put all your stuff, all your wares, all your assets after you have your domain name is going to be very important. And so you can do that. This domain can be thought of as a sign of the store, and hosting as building that contains the actual store. So you want to purchase the right hosting solution. And of course, now as we move into step 3, we want this to be easily managed. Your website should be easily managed for content, but also anything that you want to shift around. And clearly, there's different levels here. You may have a company that focuses on custom development, and things may take a little longer to get that developed and integrated. But for instance, having a website that's built on the WordPress platform can be a great strategy for you. And you can do it right within these hosting environments. HostGator has some great options there for you. SiteGround to GoDaddy, they pretty much all have them. So that once you've bought the domain name and purchase a hosting, you can just forward that domain to whichever hosting provider you have, and then install WordPress. And once you have that set up, you could actually move to step 4. And step 4 is really getting the design going. Now, there's many options here. I've just listed one specifically here today, which is 99designs.com, and you can really get a great design here. What's best about this service is that it's affordable, but the graphic designers are bidding their work for your money. So you can see that, you know, each competitor there is vying for your business. They are competitors vying for your business, and you'll receive a top-notch product. And if you like the design, you can pay them. If not, then delete and move on to the next project, right? So. And of course, there's the option here that you don't have to go through the bidding process, which 99 Designs can help you with, but you can also choose winning designs in a section and just find designers that you like there. Once you've done that, you need to go and describe that website and fill out the information. Once you've looked and researched a little bit, fill out the information. Make sure that you describe what your website does and what your target audience is about. Any ideas you might have for the style and theme of your design. This is where your research will come into play. This is where, of course, all your work done in the marketplace will come in to help you. And make sure that you think about your branding, your positioning in terms of colors, etc. You want to make sure that this has a consistency all throughout. But I've found that a lot of folks, especially in the beginning, spend way too much on thinking about colors and, you know, business cards and things like that. Get something up, and you can easily change it as you progress and start building your business. Step 6 is you can now move from the designs to the actual coding step, and this is where you can go out there after about a week or 10 days of the 99 designs process. You can get somebody like PSD to HTML. Kind of hard to say, right? It's PSD is for Photoshop Designs, which you'll get back from the 99 Designs folks. And you get that into HTML. You can even get that installed as an extra fee to WordPress directly, and then you'll have a really custom, personal, developed site that has a very professional look to it, just the way you want it. And what's interesting about this is there are some free templates out there that you can get. They have a footprint to them. Everybody has seen them. It seems it may seem strategic and valuable to you at the time, but building a real website with real data that you have researched that is custom to you will benefit you in the long run. Step 7 is you want to make sure that you connect that blog. And I'm not going to go into all of the details, but each domain provider, hosting provider, will actually have some steps already developed for you. There's something called a cPanel that you can go in and start configuring and filling out the information and installing it there. They'll even help you, depending on who the hosting provider is, they'll even help you by actually getting the code up there, so you don't have to worry about it if you're sort of a non-techno geek or afraid of that stuff. So step 8 is you want to set up your autoresponder. We're getting closer here now because we've created your domain, we've set up your hosting, we've gone through the design process, we've attached a blog to it, we've gone through and configured everything. We want to make sure that you can actually nurture and develop a relationship with your audience. And you probably see these, actually they exist very often out there, pop-ups or little input boxes where somebody could enter the name and email and you get automatic emails sent to you. Well, these are created by autoresponders. Something like aweber.com, which is a favorite, allows you to actually send information without being spammy, right? You don't buy lists and just spam people. You get people to opt in, essentially enter their name and email to get your information, and they will be a much more likely audience to actually work with you and or pay you, which this website endeavor is all about. So developing that relationship and make sure you get that autoresponder is going to be critical. The website alone is not enough, my friends. Step 9, big one here, and we do a lot of this work, which is all about search engine optimization. And it really, really is important to be found online, clearly, but to be found for the right keywords and get your rankings up in places like Google, Bing, and Yahoo, And this, along with search engine marketing in the pay-per-click area, is going to be very, very important. In fact, research shows that if your organic listings are shown, that is the natural listings in the non-paid area, and you have a position within the paid area, you can really elevate your brand and position yourself as the trusted authority in that space, because frankly the thinking is that if you're listed in 2 places, or maybe 3 if you are doing a video strategy, that's going to be a smart thing for you, because people will essentially be attracted to you. While SEO and pay-per-click is a part of the puzzle, now with social media and all the different marketing campaigns that you can build out, for instance Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc., can make this a very exciting and fun place. But really the key to cranking out and really building out your online marketing campaigns is going to be about visioning where you want to go. So find out where you are now, obviously based on metrics. If you're brand new in metrics, you're going to have to build those metrics. You're essentially buying data from market intelligence for yourself. You can research all you want in the marketplaces, but it's not going to help you. You need to look at your data and build this out and test. While I can give you, and many others can give you, some great input at what strategies look like, the tests will be the winners. That's basically how you succeed online. And your main goal in all of this is to be seen as the trusted source, the trusted, knowledgeable, personal, innovative, and different company or individual, if you're an entrepreneur doing the solopreneur game, so that they really not only feel like they are getting the best choice for their money, their best option for their money, but that they are indeed getting a professional who knows what they're doing with great products and services. If you're planning to do this now and you want to kick some things off very fast, I suggest pay-per-click marketing, which is in the AdWords space, Facebook of course. And also, as you think about scaling up your business, what about that 80-20 rule? You're familiar with it, right? What produces the best results? 80% based on 20% of your work. You want to drill this down and make sure that you understand exactly what to attack first. Simply a quote or a reference from somebody who says you should do AdWords or Facebook or Twitter, or crank out your SEO, that's just hearsay. You need to actually discover for yourself by research and strategic planning what you need to implement first. And a great way to do this is to just ask yourself, what is my biggest and number one problem right now, and that would impact the bottom line, that I know would impact the bottom line. And you start there and you start mapping it out. If you're looking for sort of market analysis and generating a better sense for where you stand, well, you can get more official. You can do a what's called a SWOT analysis, right? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Now that can get extensive, but it can be very, very helpful. In fact, in my book, The Ultimate Guide to Optimizing Your Website, I talk about this in great more detail. So there'll be a link around this page or this video so that you can see it. This broadcast will also be available on iTunes and Stitcher, so you'll be able to get it there. And clearly there's a lot of movement around this website work. If you need help in this area, you can visit chaosmap.com or shoot me a note or hire my team there, any and all of the above. Happy to get on the call, and we can take you through some strategies and see if it's a good match. And of course, always enjoy making these videos. I hope this really helps you. You should visit the blog and get the detailed transcript there, but I urge you to subscribe. And hey, I want to send you some more episodes. I'm having tons of fun with this stuff. The free podcast, of course, I mentioned the workshops that are upcoming, and new book updates. If you want to do this right now, just go to www.jonrognerud.com, and it's actually, my name is pronounced Jan, so it's JONROGNERUD.com. It's been a pleasure serving you here today. Hope you have a great day, and guess what? If you want to change the future, you want to create it for you right now. You got to start right now, and I urge you to do it. If you have a business, get online and build yourself a cranking website. All right, Jan out. Have a good one. Thanks, and enjoy yourself. Later.